Group reporting presented by Group 1. Hello classmates, we are Group 1. Meet the group. Si Kuya Angel May, Rapana Eileen, Tribunalo Alexa Marie, Saison Ameline, Pasignasigna Angeline, and Ryla Annalyn.
Tell me, I forgot. Show me, I remember. Involve me, and I understand. Social studies is the study of cultural, economic, geographic, and political aspects of past, current, and future societies. However, it is more than a collection of facts for children to memorize. It is an understanding of how people, places, and events came about, and how people can relate and respond to each other's needs and desires. Also, it is how we develop respect for different viewpoints and cultural beliefs. According to the National Council of Social Studies, the primary purpose of social studies is to help young people develop the ability to make informed and reasoned decisions for the public good as citizens of a culturally diverse, democratic society in an interdependent world. Teaching the students to help them gain the knowledge and skills necessary to become informed decision makers in a democratic society is a powerful responsibility. More than any other academic area, social studies is about helping students become strategic thinkers responsible for decisions that impact our society. They must be strategic in their reading and be able to comprehend and use what they read to make informed decisions and choices in the world in which we live.
Social studies have the unique ability to powerfully tap into the whole student. It challenges them intellectually and asks them to listen and think while connecting with them emotionally as they learn about the highs and lows of the human experience. It also can be the gateway to better learning in all subjects. So, for us to widen our understanding about why this field of study is essential, we have here one example out of 8 reasons why this field of study is essential for creating well-rounded students. So, we have here the better reading and learning. Better reading and learning. Social studies is one area in education where content integration is key. Students are given reading materials that correspond with the current learning topics. Giving reading materials in context helps students become better readers. They also become better learners because they are asked to use analysis, critical thinking, and writing to show understandings. So whether you're following a strictly online curriculum, have gone back to person teaching, or you've been mixed into two together with blended learning, exploring new teaching opportunities is critical. Finding ways to keep your students interested and involved in their studies is very important, especially for younger learners.
So, hello everyone, good day. My name is Alexa Bonello from 2A&2B, and as a continuation of our discussion, I'm going to introduce to you a study by Thomas B. Fordham Institute, and according to it, social studies is the field to which teachers should devote more time since it can help elementary kids become better readers and learners. The Thomas B. Fordham Institute 2020, it focuses on their mission to promote educational excellence nationally. So much for that. One of the study's author, Dr. Adam Tyner, described why social studies may be utilized to help students understand what they are reading. Okay, so before we could dig deeper to it, let me share to you some background about Dr. Adam Tyner. So he is a National Research Director at the Thomas B. Fordham Institute, where he develops, executes, and manages new research projects. So prior to joining Fordham, Dr. Tyner served as senior quantitative analyst at Hanover Research, where he executed data analysis projects and worked with school districts and other education stakeholders to design custom studies. So much for that. Okay, so according to him, social studies can assist students understand history, current events, family and social ties, and common narratives, whereas reading passages labeled as the literature or drama may assume the reader already know about these topics. Okay, so for a variety of reasons, social studies is an important subject. Why? Because it does not only help students comprehend how history shapes our society, but it also teaches them to recognize their own personal role in the future of our country and our world as a whole. So children can become more interested about strategies onto how to become engaged and make a difference in their local community if they have the opportunity to learn about ways to stand out in society. So while no single subject should be prioritized by elementary school teachers in terms of learning potential, social studies should remain at the forefront of their minds. Because when it comes to teaching history, civics, geography, and other social studies subjects, creating a more engaging, high-quality instructional experience for students can encourage them to become more interested in reading and retain information at a higher level. Okay, so that would be all in my part. So I hope you have learned something.
Useful tips how to motivate students to study social science. Watch documentaries and videos in the classroom. Whether you're teaching history, sociology, geography, or any other aspect of social sciences, you can always find a fun video to show. If you're covering a moment from the U.S. history, find a documentary or a video lesson that covers the events from the syllabus. When your student get a visual representation of the textbook material, they see it as a story that helps them understand the events and gain actual interest in them. Each lecture from social sciences contains a story in it. If you're teaching about the borders between African countries, tell your student about the people who had major influence over the way these borders were created. Tell them about the consequences these decisions had over the future. Find articles and information from the news, so your student will see the real implication of the historical moments that the textbook covers.
Good morning, everyone. This is Angeline Pasigna Signa, and so today Let us continue in assigning team research projects. So first, let us define what is the team research. So team research is an activity that fits the definition of a specific type of cooperative learning strategy, ideally suited for students working together on authentic, ill-structured investigations. Okay, so here in assigning team research projects, so how could research projects make social sciences fun? Aren't most students absolutely terrified by them? Don't research papers that trigger them to find writing essay services? Yes, they do. In the majority of cases, research projects can be overwhelming. But when carefully assigned, they will trigger the students' curiosity to learn beyond the textbook material. So here, teachers should assign fun research projects on unexpected topics. So if you're teaching about Napoleon, ask them to find out why he dressed like that and what uniform fashion meant at that point in history. So make this a team project so you can even share useful resources so your students won't have any difficulties to find facts about their paper. So wait, does it have to be a paper? No, it's even better if they make it a presentation so everyone in the classroom will learn from the research that each team has conducted. So another benefit in assigning team research projects is that it can lead to noticeable gains in students' achievement, reasoning ability, and motivation. And to realize these gains, students must all contribute. So strategies like assigning roles, group contracts, anonymous, peer evaluations, and peer ratings all encourage students' participation. So whatever the benefits in terms of teaching, instructors should take care only to assign as group work tasks that truly fulfill the learning objectives of the course and land themselves in collaboration. And so, let's proceed with field trip. So let us define what is field trip. So field trip is an educational procedure by which the learners obtain first-hand information by observing places, objects, phenomena, and processes in their natural settings. So, the purpose, there are lots of purpose in having a field trip. So these are as follows. It is to provide real-life situation for first-hand information, to supplement classroom instructions, to serve as a preview of a lesson and gather instructional material, to verify previous information, class discussion, and to conclude individual experience. And it is to create situational teaching for cultivating observation, kinese, and discovery, to serve as a means to develop positive attitudes, values, and specific skills. Okay, so here in taking field trips, so museums, public institutions, and monuments are awesome, right? Okay, so if you take your students to field trips, they will get an opportunity to bond and they will definitely have fun. You'll take advantage of the relaxed environment to throw in some educational information. Through these practical lessons, your students will witness the things they learn about. They will be interested in the things they see, and the motivation will come from an inner drive to learn. So each student will understand that learning is great not for the sake of getting good grades, but for the sake of the knowledge itself.
Good day, I am Annalyn Barbadillo. In today's video, I am going to share some useful tips how to motivate students to study a social science. So let's start. So first, if we can say or talk about social science, what first come up in your mind? So from the word social science, so
challenging history, right? So many teachers struggle with finding out how to motivate the students to learn, and this is especially true. So when teaching a social science, because many students say that this subject is boring. So you as a teacher, how to find a ways to motivate your students to study a social science, and most especially dili sila maburingan. So, if you are going to discuss social studies in elementary level, so ani na magawas ang imuhang teaching strategies. So, as a teacher, there's a lot of teaching strategies for us to come up with a successful delivery of the lessons. The question is how to motivate the students to study a social science. So, as a teacher, if you are going to discuss social studies in your lesson, you can use a technology. So technology is a very useful, right? So, for example, you can show a visual presentation, or if we can say a video clips or a picture using a laptop or your computer. So it's up to you as a teacher how you are going to relate to your topic you are discuss to the students. So that can make social science lessons way more motivated to the students. It's up to you as a teacher how to apply the teaching strategies to the students to make your students motivated and make social science not boring in your class. Using technology, this creates many amazing opportunities for schools and teachers to benefit from integrating some forms of technology in the classroom and to make teaching and learning more effective. Okay, let's proceed. Bringing social studies to life in the classroom. So, this is my own opinion, and the main goal of teaching social studies is to teach students to become a good citizen, and also bringing social studies to learn about history and cultures. So one of the reasons bringing social studies in the classroom that also students know study social science in our life. In the teaching of social studies, we are expected to shape students so that they will be fully patriotic. So being a patriotic means having a love for the Philippines and being proud that he is a Filipino. So we expected the students to cultivate sufficient knowledge about our history, culture, lifestyle, and values.
Hope you have gained something. Thank you for watching.